Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video. I told you guys I was going to be dropping these weekly on Sundays now, doing something different and kind of giving you guys real insight and knowledge into how I go into the market every single week. It is Sunday, as you can see right here. It is Sunday, March 30th. All the way up here. Sunday, March 30th. 7 o'clock, doing my pre-market analysis. I kind of ran over, and this is going to be a very interesting breakdown because you guys are going to see how these assets are correlating or how they don't, right? And obviously, we're going to sit here and kind of deduct what pairs we're going to be looking to trade coming into Monday and Tuesday, right? Picking the best pairs, not even that for the week, right? Which pairs are really prime for, for us to take a trade on, because they're all kind of different, and you're going to see how and why. So I'm going to see you guys on the chart. All right, guys, so we're on the charts right now, right? And again, what is the point of this weekly analysis? Why you should do it, right? It's because if you trade multiple pairs, if you trade one or two pairs even, you want to go in and pick out the highest probable pairs to trade going into the week, right? The whole point of this is to pick the best setups, right? It's not settling for less. So, me, who usually always trades two, I've recently added YM. If you haven't seen my most recent videos, I'm starting to realize that, I like one more than the other going into the week, and it resulted in a profitable week. If you guys see my last three videos, we were up a grand on the week, and it was a great week, right? 2 break-even days, 1 loss, and 2 wins. So it was a beautiful trade. Beautiful week, so, right? And it starts with preparation. And in the beginning of the week, I showed you guys I did the breakdown, and everything happened. So if you literally go to last Sunday's video, you watch the breakdowns, and I predicted where these prices would go, right? And it happened, right? So you just gotta sit down and see where the week is gonna go. Coming into NQ now, right? So going into NQ, what I want here is to see what price did last week, right? They all did the same thing, but they all have something very different. That's really what's going to tell what I want to trade going into the week, right? If you look at NQ, if you look at YM, and if you look at ES, and you're looking at it on the weekly time frame, they all did what? They all filled in a gap, and they all pushed bearish, right? This weekly on ES, right? This weekly filled in this gap, swept previous weekly highs, melted. YM, same exact thing, melted. NQ, same exact thing. Previous weekly high, gap filled, price drops, right? Now, what could that tell us, right? One, price is probably going to go short. Price could be going short. But where you really want to see that at is now on the weekly, lower time frame, right, on the daily time frame. I'm trying to predict where we're going to go for the next day, for tomorrow, Monday. So I'm sitting here on the NQ, and I'm looking at the daily time frame, and NQ I'm not so interested in. The reason being is because NQ has already swept under this sell side liquidity right here. Price has swept this liquidity, and actually not even swept it. It opened under it. What's that telling me is almost like a magnet that price most likely is going to be continuing to push lower, right? So I would just be careful. I would look for some type of level in here, changing the state, and then for a rally gap for price to continue to go lower. But I don't love it because, I like a target. I like there being a sell side all the way over here that has a target over here. Other than that, the farthest level we have, is all the way down here, and I'm not holding a position for that long, right? So NQ, I'm not in love with. I do believe we're going to go short, but the ones I do love, right, are going to come in the form of YM and ES, and look at the difference, right? We're going to look at the difference in these pairs. You look at YM, you look on the daily time frame, price has done the same thing as the other ones. Price filled in the gap, price went bearish, but the difference is that we have a target. Price on YM still hasn't swept out those lows that NQ did. So what this tells me right here is that there is room for us to go down, right? Price comes out, rejects, price drops, price even on the daily time frame closes under a change in the state level. We low-key have a order block right here waiting for us on the daily time frame that could be very highly respected, right? So not only do I have a change in the state from the form of the daily time frame, I have that weekly gap, price pushes down, and I have a target. I have a draw on liquidity, right? So what am I really going to be hoping for that happens overnight? And I hope it doesn't leave without me. I'm going to hope for some type of fair value gap in here. I'm going to hope for price to reach up into this order block right here, and this is where I will probably predict that the market will probably push price in my favor, right? And I'll be looking for a trade something like this. Obviously, anything can happen and everything can change depending on wicks and lows and highs, but I do believe that we do have an opening gap. I do believe we're going to push up. We're going to fill that gap up quickly, and we're going to tap into a fair value gap, and we're actually going to drop. I love this setup. YM, it's going to be one of the pairs that I am going to trade for sure, right? Even if you look here, price has so many unfilled fair value gaps, so I know price is I am going to expect some manipulation to the upside, right? I am going to expect some manipulation to the upside, and I'm going to expect for price to tap into that level and drop. right? That's what I'm hoping for. Respecting the order block and fair value gap, that's what you want, confluences. Now, I'm probably going to keep my eyes on YM. For some reason, I don't love ES, or I really haven't, but ES is the same exact thing. There are gaps that are left in ES. I actually could say I might like it as a setup more because there's one fair value gap that hasn't been tapped. If you look around YM, there's two, right? And I don't really like that because then, you know, now you have to have not extra patience, which is a bad thing, but price can push up all the way in there to rebalance that level. ES only has one fair value gap in the 4-hour time frame, right? Again, what are we waiting for? Price even has that same level we were talking about over here. Change in the state, order block, right? In the form of the daily time frame. Series of up close candles. Actually, it's all the way up here. 4-hour time frame. Boom. So we'll see what price happens. I don't see price reaching all the way up here, but we're gonna play our levels. We're gonna see what we can get. Regardless, we're gonna be aiming for this draw down here. I do like the setup as well. I think I have a more definitive entry point in YM. So for this week's pre-market analysis, I've given you guys my bias, I've given you guys my draw, and I'm giving you guys the pair that I'm going to be going into the week trying to trade. It's going to be YM and ES, probably YM. I think I have a beautiful setup, and hopefully we can start off Monday with a bang. Last Monday we started with a plus 800 day, so hopefully we can recreate that, and I'll drop the breakdown ASAP. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Deuces.